This is a breakdown of the best time you guys should use skill moves in FIFA 22.
Griezmann, 3 men around him, and somehow finds some space. Ronaldo, fantastic, opening the drive back.
He's made himself the tiniest bit of space.
Almost feels like a bit of a taunt. Didn't really go for it. Oh! The display there is absolutely ridiculous. The Elastico on the goal line. On the goal line, the finest.
We talked about Aussie FIFA. He's not here to make up the numbers.
I usually outline the best time to perform a certain skill move in my skill move tutorial series, where I break down individual skill moves and show you how, where, and when to perform them. Now, in general, I wanted to do a breakdown of skill moves in general and when is the best time to use skill moves, most skill moves at least in FIFA 22. It's pretty much, lads, when you want to create space. Because sometimes you might be in a situation where you're quite compressed, in a situation where if you weren't to perform a skill move, you would more than likely be pressured and you would more than likely lose the ball because you have very limited options when you are on the ball with your attacker. And a skill move is brilliant for that because you can cut to a side, maybe burst into some space with a certain skill move, and it allows you to beat the defenders and get away from the pressure. Another time is when you may want to cut inside, and a lot of skill moves are good for this, whether it's the spin skill move, whether it's the Berber spin, whether it's the McGeady spin. In a certain situation where you're on the wing and there is a defender near you, he's side by side with you and he's approaching you with a tackle. Skill moves are a very effective way of getting away from him, and in particular, bursting inside. Okay, so cutting inside to exploit the space that he's left open from approaching you with that wing back. Now, I've gone into actually creating space, I've gone into cutting inside. Third and final time, lads, that I highly recommend using skill moves is basically when you want to actually burst into a certain space. So there may be a space that you see on the pitch, but you can't quite get to it without performing a skill move. That's when you want to perform them, because sometimes, let's say an Elastico will help you cut to the left into that space that's available, which left stick dribbling wouldn't allow you to do. So performing a skill move and then cutting into that space that's available, very good time to perform a skill move. And in my opinion, lads, you should definitely implement skill moves into your game, especially with those 3 techniques of cutting inside, exploiting the space, and also creating space when you're under pressure. That will signal the end of the episode. There are 3 key times that I recommend using skill moves, lads. I don't recommend abusing skill moves, and I always say this to my students in my academy. Don't use skill moves until you need to create space or cut inside, especially. You should focus on building up, getting into the bots, and then performing skill moves to either get some space or create an angle or a shot. Super important, and you guys should only definitely utilize them in those certain situations. But I am doing tutorials on Instagram and TikTok. Go and check them out, lads. I'm also coaching one-on-one if you want private coaching for myself and my academy. Link is in the description down below as I'm coaching you guys over there. But as always, I hope you have a good day. I'm out. Sayonara, au revoir, adios, salam, ciao. Goodbye.